Welcome to One Word a Day. I'm Sophie, your pilot into the universe of Chinese. Today's expression, 忠言逆耳. 忠言逆耳. Okay, we have 言 and 耳. Of course, it's about something is spoken and something is heard. This communication things was called out here because we're talking about truthful or faithful words. And it actually goes against your ear. Basically, the meaning is we tend to hear people compliment us, right? We have long trenched opinions about things. We stay convicted about certain things, right? Which may or may not be true. And when somebody else break our echo chamber of such praises, or people come in agreement with what you already know, it's almost like singing a different tune, right? All of a sudden, it's like going against your grain of thoughts or your recognition. There's some dissonance over there, and it's going against your ear. And here, it's not only about your opinions about things, like people come into disagreement with something else, but it's mostly applying to you, like your as a person, as your behavior commentary. We tend to applaud or pat on the back so much, especially in English culture, English speaking culture, that I find people are very, very cuddling, as the scholar point out, the cuddling generation of Americans. That when I first came here, I was a little bit not used to that because I grew up with a lot of criticism. And in Americans' cultural standard, that's like down-putting. It's not uplifting you. I grew up with criticism, which kind of faithful, almost like biased toward the other end. That kind of blew your, confidence in some way. But at the same time, it made you want to try harder, right? So 忠言逆耳 could have applied correctly or wrongly, but it's ingrained into the Chinese language. That means the language as a culture recognize the importance of hearing the truthful word, the truth about you, at least from other people's perspective, and recognize that truth can hurt sometimes. So it's going against your ear. And of course, we're not just talking about ear. We just use ear, means like it hurt when you hear it. Okay. 中, we have the heart symbol plus the middle of something. And actually today, I just realized the middle of something means you actually recognize things as is. You're not biased toward any side. And your heart is placed in the middle of that things. Have a balanced view of something, so to speak. And that's what Chinese recognize as the faithful to reality without bias. I mean, it's hard to achieve, actually, right? We all comes in with our own perspective and bias, and past experience weighted us in different ways, right? So faithfulness, Chinese recognize that. That's in the middle, balanced view of things, okay? Yan, we have the mouth symbol, of course, it's about words. And then we have those two convex shapes connected by a vertical line. It's like a pointer pointing toward inside the mouth. That's the tongue. So the tongue symbol, without the two horizontal lines, the rest of the frame is the tongue. It's made of the mouth, right? So here, visually, to make the concept of the tongue, you have the mouth in there. So it ends up being visually on there as a component. And then you have the tongue. Then that's the two essential organs to pronounce, to make a pronunciation, to verbalize things. And then the two horizontal lines, I view it as the sound bits traveling through time and space, diminishing over time and space, right? Further away from you, or over time, quickly diminish its energy. And so that described the production of the words and how it travels. Once it's produced, how its lifespan is basically 2 bars and then it's gone. It's quick, it's gone. And That's Chinese speaking, and we can use the speaking. Yan means spoken words, means verbalization. And simply in English, we can just say words, a bunch of words put together. That's a message verbalized. Okay. Ni, we have the walking symbol, which is made of the 3-toe foot symbol and 3 strokes of footsteps. So when we have a foot symbol by itself, it means stop, standing still. When we add footstep on top of it, it means you're actually walking. Here's the visual proof of that. So this walking means Chinese use walking, kind of like English, right? We walk the walk, talk the talk thing. This walk means acting in general, not just walking, the simple thing, right? And then another 2, you see the similarities here? It's the first time I see them on the same screen. This convex, or concave, depends on how you view it. Vertical line, except here, well, actually it's the same, right? And with the difference is with one horizontal line intersecting with this vertical line. That means going against. This against is, according to some scholars, this top, even as this is convex shape, is regarded as the caved heaven, upper bound. And then the bottom concave shape means caved in earth. And then there's this puncturing. So it's almost like both the heaven and earth are trapping you, are kind of either the heavens are sinking down, the earth are sinking, and you're kind of trapped in there. But you have the courage to go against it, to fight against it. This horizontal line serves as you're going against this force, this heaven and earth simultaneously going against you, and you have the the guts to go against that. So this horizontal line is trying to negate this tendency of things are not working well for you, and you're negating that. And this negating plus walking, walk, negate means you're walking in reverse direction as something else. So if we regard a herd mentality, right? You're walking along with the rest of people. But if you're walking in against this flow, just like a traffic, your pedestrians crossing street, your 2 sides are like doing that, that's Chinese ni. This is exactly that. It's talking about you're not walking along with the people, you're not walking along, you're walking against. Okay, art simply is a visualization of the side view of the art. This squiggly shape and then horizontal line there means their nerve system connected to that, and that's your hearing organ. So 忠言逆耳 is unflattering. Chinese as a culture recognize the importance to hear the truth or true feedback. I mean, given everybody got bias somehow, but at least from other people, you hear things that are not normally hear or like to hear. That's actually more truthful than what you know. At least kind of, if you're on one side of the bias, some people from the other side of bias, at least pull you toward the middle of the truth a little bit. And we recognize it's not flattering sometimes, and truthful words are hard to hear. That's Chinese 忠言逆耳. Thank you for your time. See you another day.